Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Rusty from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Now, today we're joined by Andy from Scotland. He's not from Aberdeen, by the way. He's from Perth. Women hate him. Men fucking don't want to be him because he's a Scotch sweaty sock. How you doing, Andy?
Not bad, mate, yourself.
I thought I'd give you a big intro there, Andy. Is that all right? Oh yeah. How you been?
Pick me up.
How'd you go to auction for a car?
Wasn't an auction, eh? It was just it was a car on
Private sale, like.
private sale, aye. It was at a garage, but it's a guy that used to work at the garage who owns it, so went down and had a look, but it's going to need some welding work.
Welding.
It's an old car, eh? It's 22-year-old, so
What year?
it's a project. It's a Saxo VTR.
I remember them back in the day. They were like a bit trendy, weren't they, back in the day?
Kind of mini hot hatch or warm hatch or whatever you want to call it, but quite popular, eh?
I wouldn't take out on with welding, me, Andy. Come on.
No, I was trying to get prices for a guy for doing the welding work. Eh? I'd rather buy something that's structurally sound and I can work away with the mechanical stuff. Eh? But
I remember when I was a teenager, messing about with Mark II escorts, Mark 4, Mark 5 Cortinas, and my mates always had Mark 1's escorts, and I swear to God, forever welding. And nowadays, it's not so bad because cars are made of steel and stuff, aren't they? But back then, they weren't, were they?
yeah, sort of less like 8-year-old or 7 or 8-year-old for cars getting welded, weren't they? Maybe newer than that.
Well, I remember my mate, he had a Datsun 120Y and I was a kid. His dad used to take him to school in a Datsun 120Y. My dad used to take me to school in a Capri, I think. And his dad would always laid on his back under some ramps. We're a big welder.
They were good cars.
Yeah, well, they used to call it Jap crap, didn't they? But obviously,
Ah.
Datsun, they got took over my Nissan. All top 10 most reliable cars it was for breakdown. If you look, they're all Japanese, aren't they?
They were good cars, old Datsuns, but the rust was terrible. When I remember where I worked years ago when I was an apprentice, there was this Australian guy, and he kept buying he kept buying old Datsuns. And he came in with the great big ones. It was like a 260C or something, a big saloon car with a 6-cylinder engine. Well, he must have bought one of them, and he went. There was a pressure washer. It was the first place. We were one of the first places that had a pressure washer at the time. It was on the forecourt. It was a sort of wash bay bit. So he went on there and washed it. The had chrome trim around the middle of the car, around the wheel arches and everything. He blasted them, all the chrome trim. He blew it off with the pressure washer, and then he drove off, and it was like the outline of the car was left in the wash bay where he de-chromed it with a pressure washer.
When I was a kid growing up, I was obviously 16-ish, 17. A lot of lads that were a bit older than me, like Kevin's age, like 24, 25. And my cousin's husband, their age group, they're a bit older than me. They're born in mid-60s, I think. They were all flying about in Datsun 240Zs, 260Zs. Any kind of thing, and they all needed welding, but they were a nice looking car back in the day, weren't they? But fortunes now, if you say nice one, 40, 50 bags, aren't they?
Oh, I seen one recently driving about. Sounded good.
I know. I mean, you look at them now. That my dad had a 280s at X when I was 16. That was a Targa though, an X.
Targa top,
yeah. AW 654X it was a Targa blue with like a silver two-tone, like bonnet, and then it comes at the top at door outside. I'll never forget it. You look at that now, look at horsepower on them now, what, about 150 brake or something. You get that now in a Ford Fiesta, wouldn't you? But back
turbo
then,
diesel.
it was a lot, wasn't it? Then you were like, I remember my mate coming around to see me. I goes, wow, what you got there? Well, like something out at Sweeney, 3 litre Granada. Wow. Come around to see. I goes, here is Willie. Where is Regan? Because he was called Willie. I said, what are you doing that? Big granddad 3 litre. And he had some power to it. Made a right noise.
Oh, it sounded good.
It was like about 140 brake then, wasn't it? You were like, wow. That BM I've just wrote off with 300 and odd brake, wasn't it? 320. I mean, so pull your head out Well, you are at sea. But back then, I remember going in a kid's 3 litre S, one of the last ones ever made in W. Kid from Conisbee, he's dead now. And he took me around Conisbee in this 3 litre. What a young kid, man. See, I couldn't wait to get home. I said, oh, Dad, I can't believe it. When I get home, I'm going to get 3 litre. I'm free. Ended up with 1,600 fucking laser.
Could have been worse. Could have been at one point.
I wrote that off as well. It ended up in my Auntie B's garage for about 6 months. Wrote it off outside Gormanton, done it. A bus, a Sierra hit me. A bus nearly hit me, but when you first get your license, you're all over the shop. I'm still all over the road now, mate. That's this. Just because you pass your test, don't mean say you can drive.
Remember,
I want to drive tanks.
And a Mark 1 Passat is my first car.
Mark 1 Passat, you jammy.
And the guy, 300 quid I paid for it. And the guy I worked for, he was quite witty. He says, he looks at it and he says, there's too many fucking flies in the front of that car. He says, you need to slow down to the ink in your license dries. He says,
Better than my 1,300 pop Mark to Escort with Harrier badge up back telling everybody it was a fucking Harrier. With shitey wheels on it and that. Oh, God. Nightmare.
I seen some cracking Escorts last weekend. I was up at the Grampian Stages rally.
I seen a Mark 2, 32 grand. Oh, it was lovely in lime green. It was polished off. You know, I caught my Cosworth Escort, Cosworth engine, and it all folded off. My mate Scott Thorpe from Edlington, he had a Mark 1, and they reckon it pull your head out of chair. Yeah, that were an Escort Cosworth job. That were about 40 bags worth. I reckon it were really quick. And it must have been quick for him to have it because he had what's that Honda one that does about 200 miles an hour?
NSX, huh?
No, not that one. The other one.
S2000 or
No, but better than that. What's that on? Not Honda. Is it Honda? Nissan GTR.
Skyline, yeah.
No, the one after that. The one after the Skyline. What's that? Is it a GTR?
GTR ones, yeah, they're rapid.
These are them stuff like that, and he said that Escort were really quick. You know, proper setup. But you can play about with them, can't you? Fords and that. You can do all sorts of.
Yeah. Some of the ones in that rally I was at, they're over 300 brake, and they're like 2.5 Milton Diamond engine. They're naturally aspirated, but very fast.
Well, do you know them 300 brake? Do you know them Lanciers S4s that were in that obviously Toybin went up at Cliffing one, didn't he? When they were Group B rally cars. Why they call them Group B, I don't know. But they were 550 brake, weren't they? No, in 2 seconds of a mud and that, weren't they? Of a gravel and that. That's
and they weren't safe.
Performance, isn't it? That
smart, rapid,
So, well, like I said, you'll go all the time. I went to that Kielder one. No offence, Andy, I don't mind coming with you for a couple of stages. We'll even throw Julian in back. We'll have him back on Porkers for the day, but I'm not into all that traipsing around like I did that weekend. You know what happened, don't you? Back in the 80s, we used to wear boots, didn't we? Men used to wear boots that come to there. Do you remember? I swear to God, do you remember with fair on?
Like the rally, like the wrestlers.
I said, I don't know what to wear. My mum goes, I'm sure if you go upstairs in Wardrobe Russell, you'll find some of them monkey boots, you know, when you used to go away for a school trip for a week. I was not wearing them, you know, brown monkey boots with yellow laces. From school trip to Whitby in 1980. I was not wearing them. I look right. So I don't know what to suggest. You know, you're going to be going over Lancy and all this. I said, I'm not going that far away. All these like things that I got from Top Man, 25 quid on. Well, you know, after 2, because all you do is walk between stages, don't you? I remember a saying to my mate who'd been to loads of them, how much fucking further we got? All you do is going over mountains for like hours and fields. Oh, it's the worst nightmare of my life. Fucking holding up.
Shaking Stephen's old boots, the white boots.
I still think about it, mate. I could have cried. And the best thing about it is, there was a kid from village there. I remember his car. What they do, they park them all up on bait. there's like big, massive grass verges for miles, isn't there, next to the
Aye.
stages? And people are like caked in mud, aren't they? They just pull on them, don't they? And I remember seeing this orange Mark II Capri. I goes, Griff, your old Capri's. He goes, yes, Steve Kirk's it. Kid called Steve Kirk for the village. As I looked in it to see if they were inside it, they were inside it. Do you know what they had it back? A black and white selling. We still have been going into Dash, and they've been there all week. Like, shocked, because I played cricket with him, Kirky. I was like, wow, these have been here all week. And my mate goes, yeah, look at you, you've only been here 4 hours. No, you've done it fucking moan. Oh, it was freezing, it was November. Oh, why do people do that, Andy? Tell me.
We were at RAC one earlier in the year. We
Oh.
were there the whole day, and it was like hard frost the whole day. It was like -2 all day. But like these ones recently have been more pleasant, because it's been warmer now.
I had one of them. I had my old school Campri ski thing on. Something like it. Honestly, mate, I swear to God, I don't know if I could do that and do what we did over a couple of days. It nearly killed me, mate. Honestly, I swear to God, honestly, nearly. I know I've roughed it in Nick since then plenty of times and been in some great rough gale, like we know glass in bars and that, and North Sea coming, so you put in cushion, bits of your mattress cushion to stop sick as you're frozen. But that, to me, them 2 days were horrible, mate. It was sludged up to eyeballs. For what? Some people coming through a forest at 150 and you're like, they're gone.
Split second.
You might see 10 cars and that's it. What happens now? Well, we walked at next phase, Russell. How far was that? Oh, 8 miles. You're having a laugh, aren't you?
Now, we were driving between stages. We'd park at one, go and see that, maybe a couple of hours, and then I'll go to the service point as well. You can sometimes meet the drivers and that, or see what's going on, see the cars closer up and whatnot, if you're into looking at technical stuff.
Well, they have all like caravans and that dotted around that sell like K&N air filters, oil and parts and Ford coats and hats and shit, don't
they? Because that one at the weekend was part of the British Championship, M Sport were up there. Malcolm Wilson, he was up. That's his company, so he was up there seeing what was going on. They had 3 cars up there. One of them driven by Max McRae, Colin McRae's nephew, Jimmy McRae's grandson.
Jimmy McRae was sent me, you and him. Yeah. You're a proper diehard, aren't you, Andy? You're a hard motorsport fan, you gimp.
I was just kicking myself. I didn't ask him for that. Could have done a 2-minute interview for my channel. I thought that would have been good. But I had a wee blather on him, and he's a really approachable, chilled out guy, And I had a wee blather on him. It wasn't until I walked away, I thought, oh, man.
Is he related to him who died in a helicopter crash?
That's his dad, isn't it?
It's his dad, Jimmy McRae.
Jimmy McRae's Colin McRae's dad,
Okay, do you know him? Who worth millions as well when he called him. He made 3 million off that PlayStation thing, didn't he? Selling his name.
Yeah. Jimmy McRae was a fantastic driver in this. He was a 5-time British champion, and he was like racing with Ari Vatanen. He was competing with all the guys, the top guys at the time, driving 6.
You see what made him McRae? Well, that Subaru, wasn't it?
Oh, aye.
They set it to what he was his strong points, didn't they? That's how he ended up so good, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a really flamboyant driving style as well. I think he kind of modelled himself.
Yeah. He modelled himself on who?
Ari Vatanen. He had a similar style. Ari Vatanen. He was a good driver.
Tragedy when he died. Didn't his son have a friend from school who were in helicopter as well with them?
Yeah, his son's pal, and another family friend, I think they all perished in the helicopter. And it was terrible.
That's horrible, that, isn't it?
Yeah, just a waste of life, isn't it? Waste of life.
Did that happen near where you're from, Andy, then?
No, it's down, I think it's Lanark. I think that's where he stayed, down somewhere outside Glasgow area. Lanarkshire, yeah.
What's that, a couple of hours from you?
Yeah, I bet probably an hour and a half, yeah. Between an hour and a half, I would think.
Okay. Okay. Well, Tony Bellew.
What's he been up there?
Keep hearing it all around here from the Penfold fan club that Tony at the Bell End could be
coming back. Is it?
Could be coming back. Hey?
The fight Chisora.
Well, I reckon not him. Well, what they do, I don't know if anybody's noticed, and that's why I don't buy into all that stuff. Although I am them when they say it. What he does, Eddie, he puts stuff out there just to see a reaction from people. They do it all the time. They've done it with Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen, haven't they?
Just put feelers out.
Yeah, sometimes they put something out, nobody's interested. Sometimes they put it out, and everybody goes, "Yeah, that's a great fight," and that's how they test the water. They've done that for years, and I think that's a good thing to do. I
Yeah.
don't think there's any mileage in that. They're both 41-year-old. Tony's been out at game 6 year. The other one's been getting knocked about for the last 6 years, hasn't he? Let's have it right.
Yeah.
Can't
Take punishment.
string a sentence together at all. He'd been a bit of a mess in 10 years. I've seen it many times with boxers like him, you know, many, many times. I see it with him. Dennis says, "Wait, what you see him in 2 years?" "Oh, Dennis, he's all right." If Dennis said, "You watch him in 2 years." 2 year down the line is there. "Oh, Dennis, fuck it!" Like, can't talk properly.
Nah.
That'd be Del Boy.
You can't undo that damage, yeah. Once you've taken the punches, you can't untake them. That's just
Proctor's same, even though he's coherent now, and he'll tell you he is. But if I go to Proctor's, he'll tell me a story that he told me last time. He told me it's a story. I don't know if that's because it blows they've had to. Hey, you don't mean to say that he doesn't know what he's doing. Of course he does, but it's on you, doesn't it? That's how it starts, isn't it?
It's got to take its toll somewhere, eh? Can't just.
He's had some.
The likes of, remember old Archie Moore? He seemed quite sharp. He lived at a great age, Archie Moore, didn't he? And
Clinton Woods the same, you know. He's same, very same. It's because that style that they have, they meet everything head on, don't they? They're not slick, are they? You know what I mean? He didn't mean something about people. He just means that they took punishment, hadn't they? Even though they were successful and they've ended up all right financially, they still took.
Yeah.
And it come back to bite you in the arse. It does. Yeah.
Ricky Hatton will be the same, eh? He took a lot of punishment.
Yeah, yeah. And Dylan White, he's took punishment.
Yeah.
Joshua looks like he's gone that way already now. He don't know what he's doing, does he? 1 minute he's strutting around, he thinks he's Larry Hoover. Next minute, he thinks he's Malcolm X. Well, he does, doesn't he? Mr. Articulate.
Tyson Fury's taken a lot of punishment in his recent times, hasn't he?
Did his horse today, do you know?
Sorry?
Well, Spencer Brown bought an horse, didn't he? And they called it the Gypsy King, and it ran today at 5:45 at Newmarket. I just wondered if you know if it had won.
Oh, and I've just been that flat out today with working and then coming home and then sorting stuff out and then trying to get a hold of that guy about a car and then heading away doing the 100-mile round trip just to go and look at this car. And,
so you went all the way around the round trip to look at that car. You didn't buy it, yeah?
Yeah, we did another side of Edinburgh. Well, he might still buy it. He's just got to weigh it up. It's for my young lad, so it's a kind of project car. But he's got to make his mind up what he wants to do, you know. So
okay. Okay. Derek Chisora, we just spoke about him now. Obviously, he's not going to retire, is he? He's 40. No. 334 rounds he's been knocked about. His style is he takes everything with his face, doesn't he? He doesn't slip or slide, does he? He don't parry any punches. He just walks forward, taking them, doesn't he? Who's going to save him from himself, do you think? Do you think it'd be Robert Smith front board, or do you think it'd be his missus, or do you think some promoter is going to grow a heart any day and he said, "You know what, Derek? I'm not going to put you on any of my shows. You can go on somebody else's, but I'm not going to put my name to you getting hurt." Do you think that's do you think that's going to happen, Andy? Yes or no?
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it needs to be his family, I think, that tell me. But he probably doesn't want to listen to anybody, does he? He's hell bent on. He said he's been training all year, eh? I noticed.
Do you know what, Andy? I can't understand the fucking word you're saying half the time. What did you say, mate? You speak English. Speak the King's English.
King's English. Sorry. He said he's been training just about every day this year for a year. Chisora.
Well, I don't know what he's doing at the moment, but he's been getting knocked about, hasn't he?
So despite the fact he's taking far too much punishment, it's possible he's coming into the ring fitter than a lot of other people are coming into the ring, you know.
Because he's more active.
Just because he's more active and he's not I know he's quite a hefty, he's quite a sturdy, hefty guy, but he always comes in at a similar weight. He's not ballooning up to 22 stone or anything like that, is he? So,
What, like Max?
like Max, eh?
Max, when you going to get some timber off? Eh? What did Big Ron say? And I quote, Russell, you have no need to worry about young Maximus, although I'm changing his name to Hercules. I goes, from what? He goes, that name you're getting breadcrumb. He goes, you've got no need to worry. I promise I'm not going to put Hercules in the ring if he's over 18 stone. Over 22 stone, Dennis, and you're going to give him another fight. And he was 22 last time. Dennis is going to end up on slab. Poor Max. We love Max, don't we? Did you see Dave Allen's interview with Liam Cameron?
I've seen a bit of it, then I never got a chance to.
Dave, you should be ashamed of yourself, some of the things you weren't asking and some of the things you were coming out with. I don't know what's happened to you. I don't know what's happened to Dave Allen. The loyalties have gone. And the other one, Liam Cameron, honestly, I swear to God, Liam Cameron sat in that interview and said, and I quote, that he gave 12 grand in ticket money for a Genman fight to Dennis. What? I couldn't believe what I heard. I was sat there when his missus came in before weighing and dealt with it with Michelle. There were no 12 bags. There were no 10 bags. There were no 8 bags. There were no 6 bags. Did I go any less? Now all of a sudden, he's throwing 12 bags about. We're bringing in 12 grand of money. Tickets. What a load of shit. Liam, what shit are you coming out with? Shit. It's a rubbish. Never give Chris Smedley any praise or his lads up there for having him years. And he left him, didn't he? He went to Clinton and went running back. Never give Chris any praise whatsoever. I couldn't believe it. I'm not going to go in on detail because I've covered it in a video. Pair of them, David, you should be embarrassed. No, biting the hand that feeds you. And other one, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And that's boxers. That's today's boxers. And look at pair of them. Both got big beards. Both been blown out of proportion with the weight. Both realise, well, we've missed boat here. We need to get back in mix. Dave Allen, the boxer trainer, manager, YouTuber now, spreading his sense of humor. What is he good at any of them? What is he the best at any of them? What? I don't know. Another one, I don't know. I don't know if they've been punched upside down, pair of them, or what. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, mate. But if I were Dennis, and I'm not Dennis, if I were Dennis, I'd look at that and I'd think, do you know what? I'm disgusted with you two. I would, and Chris Smedley. Chris would be disgusted with that. Liam, you should be embarrassed. Number 12 ranked and Commonwealth champion, and you're going messing about with cocaine. I won't mind, but it's not the first time because you failed for the Sheedy test, didn't you, Liam? But you don't fucking mention that, do you? Hey? You don't mention that Dennis had about 40 bags tied up in you. And you're going around failing coke for 2 fights. They got Sheedy one swept away, didn't they? But they couldn't fit Genman one. That's why he got his 4-year ban. Why don't they just tell fucking truth for once? Why didn't White Rhino just said to him, well, what about this week Sheedy with cocaine? They couldn't say it, could they? Just like the rest of them. They don't all want to rock the boat. You've got Rhino there at end saying, yeah, well, I haven't signed a deal with Dennis, but I'll probably finish my career with Dennis. Well, that means if anybody offers him a deal in between, well, I'm not signed to you, Dennis. Fuck off, Dennis. Don't they like to play the game, these fucking boxers, eh? David, Liam, you should be embarrassed what I've just had to watch and listen to. Pair of years, embarrassed. Hey, they only tell you what they want to know, don't they? They always make out it's the promoter, don't they? Or the managers or the trainer. I couldn't believe the shit I've just listened to. Anyway, it's in my video. It'll be out around about this time. There's about 10 to go out tomorrow. And they're all going to go numbers. I'll give them all an happy week. And all rest can wait. But yeah, honestly, mate, I swear to God, I was disgusted to watch that. In fact, I got to 30 minutes and I think I don't think I listened to it last 2 minutes. Couldn't listen to it, mate. We just shit for talking shit. Shit talkers playing victim. Unbelievable. Go and get a job, the pair of you. Go and get a job. All right? You're not doing boxing, are you? It's not boxing. What are you boxing? Eggs or Easter eggs? Who are you training, David? Go get your washing pegged online. Well, straight, you know what? I was warming to White Rhino lately because I've heard he's getting stuck in, but he's trying to be Mr. fucking YouTuber. Well, they want to be Mr. YouTubers and jump on doing something what I'm doing. Well, let's see him ask proper questions instead of tickling people's arseholes. Because all he's done there is Rhino, he's just dug his sen in a big hole, like he has with Frank Smith at Matchroom. They keep digging the sens in holes because they've got big mouths, these boxers. Instead of going and getting some training done and getting their head down, they can't do it, can they? They do a bit of training and then a lot of YouTubing and a lot of social media. None of them are in bed at 9 or 10 at night, are they? They're walking around like in zombies, wasting everybody's time. Yeah, I'm training, I'm stronger, faster, quicker than a speeding bullet. What a load of rubbish! Load of rubbish! Jesus, disgusted to watch that. And I don't speak to Big Ron now. I don't speak to him, mate, but I know what I seen when I was up there. And them two, oh, well, they've burnt the bridges, haven't they? Dave's burnt bridges everywhere, hasn't he? So he's going to have to put it right, isn't he? And he needs to get some weight off and stay fit 2 years instead of going like that. And then you might come and have him back then. You know what I mean? It's no good crying over spilt milk, walking around with a big derby, and then saying, oh, I'm going to train months and get slim. Because the other people are going to think, yeah, but you're going to be fat in a few months. Consistency is the key in this sport, isn't it? You know what I mean?
They need to look at people like Klitschko and Usyk and that, people that never balloon up weight between fights, people that just maintain a discipline and fitness too.
Pair of them should be embarrassed. Anyway, Deontay Wilder's come out and he said, and I quote, I'm not finished in this game yet. Plenty more in tank. Personally, I think his goose was cooked. What do you think, Andy?
That's concerning hearing that, isn't it? Because he's only going to get hurt. He's only going to get.
You get knocked about, won't he? You get knocked about.
He's just going to take punishment. I heard Spencer Oliver, that was that last week, said he wants to see Chisora versus Wilder. It's like
Chisora versus Wilder. Spencer Oliver is an arse licker for Chisora, isn't he?
Yeah.
Spencer Oliver, listen, let me just say this to you, jug ears. Why are you running around saying that Ben and Dylan White are serving silent bans? Why not come out on your socials and say it? Don't whisper it to the chosen few. Come out on your socials and say it. All right, that's all you got to do. Come out on your socials. None of that. Come out and speak. All right, Juggy.
Right.
I remember when he brought that Joe Weller over, didn't he? Do you remember with them YouTube nonsense that he got involved in, didn't he? Juggies. He was one of the first promoters, one of the all made a few quid. Him and that ginger, who was it, off EastEnders, his big chum. Max, Mad Max is called, isn't he?
Aye. Jake somebody, yeah. Jake.
Some orange armpit to me, Jake Wood. Well, the point I want to make is this, right? They had it off, didn't they? Got a good few quid out of that job, didn't they? Right. They were responsible for starting it all and then blending into the background once it blew up out of control. Do you remember?
I remember that.
Isn't that right? Jug ears, you remember, don't you? And you went to Sky first. Yeah, and you went to BT. You were trying to sort the platform out and all that. Oh, you were a real mover and shaker. You ended up all right. You had $250,000 out of the job. $250,000. So he did all right out of it, Juggies, didn't he? But instead he started lending his money to gambling addicts. But that's another story. But Juggies, don't start whispering campaigns. Come out and speak clearly on your socials, or you're threatening to losing your job. Come out and speak. Don't go like that behind somebody's back. Come and speak on your socials. Then if there's a problem, they can get in touch with you. Like they get in touch with me. But nobody gets in touch with me because I tell them to F off. All right.
You should be coming out and saying on Talk Sport.
I'm getting a bit sick of him, actually, Juggy is now. Popping up. He's plenty to say, hasn't he? He's rinsed the Conor situation. Well, rinse the white one now, then. Rinse that one. Or go stick it to Fury about all his tests. Nandrolone, a failure for cocaine and a refusal. You don't mention that, do you? Why aren't you mentioning Joshua's therapeutic exemption certificate? Oh, forgot. He's spinchly like you and Derek, and he'll bit like Terry with Lodge, innit? You look after your own. Good job for that. No, seriously, mate. Some of these in this media, they're plenty right. They don't come out and say it. They want to give other people bullets to fire like, no. I'm not really bothered anyway about any of these. Because you imagine these trying to come for a candle to my end, some of these. Hey? Porridge I've done. Do you see Derek doing all? Andy, come on. Do you see him winning
Nah.
Do you see Dylan White winning a belt? Dylan White?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
They're not going to win world titles, are they? No.
And there's no easy fights for them either, is there? Any fight's going to be a slog, innit?
Is Tony Bellew going to win a world title at 41? No.
Yeah.
So what's he coming back for? Money.
Money,
yeah. He getting enough money after Zone? Because the amount of licking that he's done around Eddie Hearn's rear end, you'd think that he'd be set up for life, wouldn't you, now, Tom? Well, you would, wouldn't you? The amount
I think
the man's a human monitor lizard. That's what he is. A human monitor lizard. Anybody who fails a dope test, he wants some stoning in the middle of the street. Hey, I'm all for that. Bring all the house bricks. Let's stone everybody. But if it's somebody he knows, oh, he wouldn't do it, Pokey. He wouldn't do it. I know him. Oh, dear. Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
He goes missing in the instances, does he know? If somebody he knows fails a drug test, he seems to go disappears, doesn't he?
Remember that bloke, don't you, broke with Fred West, don't you? He went, I don't believe that. Not Fred. Not my mate Fred. Well, they never got convicted. They were going around topping everybody, wasn't he? Putting them in, plastering around them in houses, wasn't he? And putting them in middle of gardens, putting barbecues over them and all that. Making barbecues over dead bodies, wasn't he?
That's wild, isn't it? Under the patio.
Brown bread Fred. Well, his mate said he wouldn't do it. Just like Bellew's mates. No, we haven't took no performance-enhancing drugs, Tom. See where I'm coming from? One rule for one.
Yeah.
But I don't see him winning a world title. I don't see anybody from Britain winning a world title again, not even Fury. Who do you see out of that current crop of Brits? Who's going to win a world title, Andy? Who do you see?
Moses Atumo.
Maybe him. And that's only because he's got about 15 years on his side, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So who else after him?
After him, I don't think Big Free. Big Freeze might get to European level, I think. That'll be it. I don't see him.
Big Freeze's battle's already begun months and months and months ago. He's battling the poach. That's it. He's a Riddick Bowen. Forget him. He's a nice enough crack. And I thought he was jobbed against Wardley, but guys big don't dominate. He's too big. You can't be they all think it's cool to be 20 stone, don't they? What is that? What is it? Tell me. I'm fucking something hit me, Andy, here. Are these athletes, professional athletes, they're all wanting to be they're all morphing into different size people. The whole human race is morphing into different size people. I see kids at 14-year-old, they look about 18 stone, 6 foot. What's going on? They're eating themselves to an early grave, aren't they? But these boxers, these 20 Clemmers, what are they going to do at 20 Clem?
No, Martin Bacoli's 20 stone, isn't he? He can do it again.
Yeah, and if he fought Usyk, he'd get stood on his head. He wouldn't be able to get out of the way, would he? You mind all that poo-poo that Billy Nelson tells, we dropped Usyk with school, and well, fight him then. Hunt him down the mandatory way and fight him.
Apart from Usyk, I think he's got to give him a chance against just about anybody else, really, yeah.
Well, apart from Usyk?
Apart from Usyk,
I'd say Bacoli against Joshua would be a good fight.
Aye. Yeah.
I'd like to see Bacoli against Huey, because the elbow, when I was there, stood, he split Huey's eye in half like a fucking tomato. Aye. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Oh, God. True story, mate. Split it like a tomato. That's Frank Smith from Bury, he'll tell you. Billy Nelson, quick towel, Huey were like that. All over the place. Bacoli, boom, straight in face with elbow.
Oh.
Because Huey is, he could have put a better performance in if he didn't get cut against Pulev.
Yeah.
They rolled dice, didn't they, a month later, didn't they? Because in years, when you get your chance, you can't knock it back. Yeah.
But I think he'd give.
Go on, sorry.
I think he'd give most people nightmares at the moment. Yeah.
He's a big enough lump in him, but 20 stoners don't reign, do they?
Nah. Somebody asked Billy Nelson about the weight, and he says he wants him a stone lighter. He said he wants him at 19.
He's
He
been
said.
saying that for 2 years, hasn't he? Billy, you've been saying it for 2 years. Buy him a skipping rope for Christmas. Hey, put him on 8-week diet or something. Pop, pop, bang. You want to part 2, kid?
Yep. Just give me 5 and I'll be right with you.
See you on the, I'll see you on the 10 to then, yeah?
Sorry?
I'll see you at 10 to, yeah?
10-2, yeah. Good man.
Now, so 5 minutes is 10 to, isn't it?
Cheers. Good man.
Cheers, mate.
See you on the other side.
I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. If you want to check our sister channel out, that's Porky's International. Feel free. I think there's plenty of videos on there to keep you busy. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think to that channel. If you're a dedicated Porky's Corner follower, you'll let me know your true opinion, won't you? If you think it's a load of shite, just say, Russell, it's a load of shite. And I'll shut it down if you think it's any good. I'll stay with it. All right? Right. Big shout out to Welcome Estates. Gary from Welcome Estates. Hope you're well. Pop, pop, bang. Good luck with your boxes in the appeal. Anybody needs to check that out. Welcome Estates website's out there, or Google Boxing Now YouTube.